Is this thing on? Wow, so we're here, we're going to talk about some photos, unsurprisingly. Today we're going to talk about Shoreditch, which is always a little bit fun. It's an awesome area, there's loads to see and do there, and it just lends itself to street photography. So we're going to do a little review session, we're going to talk about Monday's video right after this. Shoreditch is great. It's full of awesome characters. The streets itself have character, and there's graffiti and all sorts of little bric-a-brac shops and cool things to photograph all over the place. So any budding street photographer in London should never really feel that shooting in Shoreditch is a struggle. Yet somehow I do. I've shot there now maybe 3 or 4 times, and I've never really come away with photographs that I think are super compelling. There's a few that maybe stand out as being a little bit above the rest, but on the whole, they're all a little bit okay. Which is not to say they're bad. One of the interesting limitations about the street photography POV videos is that they all have to be recorded within the space of around 1 hour and 20 minutes. So from when I hit go on my GoPro to when the batteries run out pretty much, I have this small window where I have to take a series of what I hope are going to be compelling photos. Otherwise the POV just sort of falls flat in its face. If you're out and you're a regular street photographer and you're not trying to record yourself at the same time to make a series of YouTube videos, then theoretically you can pretty much hang out on the streets all day for 7 or 8 hours and get some awesome photographs. Like I say, unfortunately that's not the way the POVs work. There were a couple of highlights this time round. I really liked that shot from behind of the 2 girls. They were sort of looking at this graffiti and poster clad wall, and just over this blonde girl's shoulder was this horrible collage poster that just looked like some kind of a monster or some kind of a vampire just ready to bite her right then and there. And the fact that the poster also had blonde hair actually just sort of give it this fearful symmetry. It's almost like she was looking in a mirror, which I really liked. Another photo that really sort of stands out for me is the mural that Netflix commissioned for Our Planet. The mural itself looks awesome and there's no real debating that, but what sort of worked for me about that photo is that I walked to the opposite side of the street, and it seemed like the pedestrianized part of that street just sort of opened up a little bit and gave me a little bit more space just to get back and frame this almost tableau style image. And I love those style of images, these big, wide, front-on images with several people or little small groupings of people all around the image. But I love these images because your eye can travel. They're not necessarily fixed on any one particular thing, and all these little portions of the image, from the person in the bottom left to the guy atop the scaffolding in the top right, they all sort of have their own little stories to tell, but they all combine to tell this one bigger narrative, which I think is really awesome. That one definitely stood out for me. All in all, I'd say it was a pretty successful session. There's a couple of photos that we got out of it, the 2 I've talked about. And it's worth noting that this particular video was the very first POV video that I filmed. It wasn't necessarily the first to go out on YouTube. So it's actually really interesting to look at it from a technical perspective versus what I'm literally doing this week. And it's interesting to see the technical leaps and bounds, and I'm really excited for 3 weeks time when you guys can actually start and see some of that content. You can see how it's improved and the steps that I'm taking to making it even more engaging. What I would say is that, again, obviously this channel is super young. There's 2 videos going out per week. There's the POV on a Monday and a review session like this where I just ramble and talk for about 10 minutes on a Thursday night. So please do like, subscribe, post a comment, let me know what you think could be better, let me know what I'm not doing well enough. Let me know if there's somewhere that you'd like to see me shoot, because I am planning a lot of sessions over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, until Monday's POV, which is set in and around Borough Market, you're not going to want to miss that one. Yeah, have a good weekend and hit the streets.